Okay. And welcome back to Fort Lupton, Colorado, where the Brush Beat Diggers will be taking on the Fort Lupton Blue Devils tonight. Ron Elbow along with Rob Hastings. We're excited to bring you tonight's kickoff. Once again, the Beat Diggers get a chance to play another football game on a Thursday night instead of Friday night. Game had to be changed this week. Chassa contacted them in order to accommodate officials for tonight, Rob. So that's why we're playing a game on a Thursday night, which is kind of unusual for Beat Digger football.
I don't remember one on Thursday night, but what a beautiful night for football. We can see the mountain ranges over there, Longs Peak, and all the way, kind of in the shadow of the smog, but beautiful field here. It's in wonderful shape. Captains are going out. We've got... let's see, we got Josiah Fuentes and Cesar Anojos out there for the Beat Diggers. Excuse me, that's 62, Thomas Metlin. And for Fort Lupton, the Blue Devils, got Darren Castilla and Yadier Castillo. Yep. I moved that one down because I couldn't see.
Yadier Castillo?
Yeah, my yellow didn't show up on that blue. A.J. Garcia and Matthew Brown. Brown's a 6-foot senior, 190-pounder, defensive end and guard. And the captains are out there. Well, this should be a good game. Both teams 1-3.
1-3. Let's see, I think last week was Fort Lupton's first win. They played, can't remember, it was a new school up in Adams County. I just was talking to one of their fans earlier before the game, and they got a win, so that was good for them. Our only win came at the first game of the season for us against Wiggins. Yeah, last week they beat Riverdale Ridge, which is a new school. They've only got freshmen, I think, and sophomore in their class right now. They beat them by a score of 35-0. So both teams have a lot on the line tonight. Looking for a league. This is a league game, so a league win is very important for both teams. And I know for Brush, they want to be able to get back on the winning side again. So tonight would be a great opportunity if they can put together, all three phases of the game: offense, defense, and special teams, and be able to. I really want to come in here and typically all Beat Digger football is always trying to control the clock, running the ball. That's the mainstay for them. I know they'll mix in some passing. I know, like we talked last week, Coach Schwint is not afraid to throw the ball, and I like that. And, just being able to pick the opportune times when he can throw the ball, when it's going to catch him off guard is what's really important. And so as the game goes on, he'll be taking a look at what the defense is doing with the offense based on, rotations, based on personnel that come in, and, know when he's going to be able to throw the ball and keep them off guessing.
And the Blue Devils in the blue uniforms with white and gray for the numbers, and the Beat Diggers in their traveling white uniforms with the Cardinal numbers, gold pants, of course, Cardinal helmets and leggings. So, and this is an east-west field, a little different look if you're a little kind of like one of those little magnet things that tell us which direction.
Yes.
To me, everything should be north and south on a football field, but there's a few that aren't.
So we'll pause for a minute here for the national anthem, which will be performed by the Fort Lupton Marching Band.
And we might just tune into that. They look like a good group out there. Turn on our crowd mic. Football. The Beat Diggers will be to our right, and they'll be headed east towards Brush. So
And the Beat Digger starting lineup is brought to you by Equitable Savings and Loan. Mobile banking on the go makes banking easier for you. When you're on the go, check it out today. That's Equitable Savings and Loan, Rob.
And we'll have those. Let's go down. We got Jade Queen going at number 10. Then Alejandro Maltos Garcia, the quarterback at freshman, listed 165 pounds. And number 16, Jackson Dunker, sophomore at 145 pounds. Nick Wellen, junior at 190. Isaac Morales at 180 pounds. Then let's go up some of the big guys. Chase Barnett out there. Michael Nichols and Thomas Metlin all on the line. And we'll be having, going back and forth, we'll have Edgar Escalante as a wide receiver, of course, and let's see who else. Jace Krieger will be out there a lot. Hunter Dunn, Luke Seawald. I missed him on the starting lineup. And Servando Herrera and Junior Puga not out there. So we got Eric Duran, another freshman, kicking off for the Beat Diggers. And oh boy, those grade numbers are hard to see from here, Ron. Looks like 30. Preston Clark is one of them deep.
Rush is set to kick off from their own 40-yard line.
And Duran's got the kick in the air. It's going to be a little short. It's going to bounce in front of the 20. Picked up, coming to the near side, and swarmed under. Oh, a host of Beat Diggers in there. 59, Chase Barnett in there, along with Jose Salazar and several other Beat Diggers.
Fort Lupton will start at their own 25-yard line, 1st and 10. Headed left to right on your dial.
Got
Just underway.
Jesse McDonald's out there, along with Thomas Metlin on the line. Of course, Chase Barnett, Michael Nichols. And we're about to go underway. Got a full house backfield. Hand off to the deep back, and not much there. How about that tackling, Ron?
Not bad. Great job by the defense. Not getting confused at all, just playing base defense right there, or reacting to the ball, coming up and making tackles and keeping that gain to a minimum of 1 yard. That'll bring up 2nd down and 9.
And we'll set that ball down just right at the 26-yard line, not even to the 26. So 2nd down and 9. It started at 25. There's a fake, a little pass to the left side, and breaking into the clear, getting the 1st down, clear out across the 40. Nice tackle there by the Beat Diggers. That's Hunter Dunn on. It's kind of faked the run and did a little pass out to the left side. Not quite a screen, but just a little fake, and caught that deep back with the pass. There's 1st and 10 at the 40. Of the Fort Lupton Blue Devils. They stay in that full house. The shotgun. Yep, backs are right between the quarterback, or on each side of the quarterback. Oh, we got a jump on the far side of the line. It's going to cost Fort Lupton 5 yards. So it'll be 1st and 15 from the 35. Quarterback is Yadier Castillo. He's a senior at 5'11", 165 pounds. Coming to the near side is Dalton Malanga. He goes still 4 backs in the backfield. Wide receivers to both sides. Handoff up the middle, nothing doing. There's a swarm of Beat Diggers again.
Boy, excellent job by the part of the defensive end on this side, which was Michael Nichols, back in the lineup after a couple of weeks off from games. So I know he's excited and hungry to get in there and play football.
Thomas Metlin down there on the bottom of the pile, and several others in there on that tackle.
Yep, weren't fooled at all. The offensive line came out. The defense read what they were doing, closed down real quick, and Nichols was there to make the tackle.
No gain at all. Luke Heron to the far side. And going back to pass, there's a pass to the near side. Good hit. And maybe a gain of a yard, or about 5 yards here. That was Malanga with the reception pass coming from Yadier Castillo, the quarterback.
And that'll get him back to the original line of scrimmage before that penalty, so that brings up 3rd down and about 9 yards.
Ball set there just outside the 41-yard line. Beat Diggers lineman running off the far side. Two wides to the left side, the far side, the near side here. And there's a pass to the near side. It's going to be close. We got a flag. I'm not sure what happened there. Whether we'll have to wait for the official. That flag came out right as the receiver was hit.
And that time, I believe they had their right tackle was downfield illegally. That's a signal he's given, a legal man downfield. So that looks like that tackle on this near side was downfield just a little too soon there on that completion of that pass. And that referee threw that flag real quick.
That was going to be about a 8-yard gain. It'd been about a half a yard short of the first down. But they'll move it back. Ball is set there at 31. Excuse me, they're going to decline it. So they're going to let it set it out here to the 48-yard line, make a fourth down. And Fort Lupton looks like they're sending in the punt team. Jade Queen's running back for the Beat Diggers. Fort Lupton at their own 48. Punter set. Big rush. Queen's eyeballing the ball about the 10-yard line. Cuts up right up the center. Breaks. Well, tried to break the tackle. Now we get a late flag. Might have got a little too much blocking down there behind the play. That's the ones you hate to see, a hold or something.
Yeah, I wasn't quite sure who was going to be called for that. You know, Jay did a great job of catching the ball, waving the fair catch, getting the ball, and working for a return.
Jackson, I think, is the one that was back there. Worst part about that is way behind the play. So that'll set the Beat Diggers back on their drive. And they're going to start inside the 10. He's still marching down to the 6-yard line.
That opening kickoff was brought to you by Buildings by Design. When it comes to experience, Buildings by Design is the best in the business. Quality, commitment, and experience makes Buildings by Design the only choice you need when it comes to your next project.
Hunter Dunn flexes wide to the right. Oops. Well, they had to change his plans there. We're going to move the ball out. Let's see. Now they're going to get it set down about the 8-yard line. So
9 minutes and 37 seconds to go in the opening period. Brush's first possession.
As they head to the east, we'll put Queen in motion. And there's right up the middle. Nice run there. Of course, I think that's Wellen. Yep. Nick Wellen on the carry for about 5 or 6 yards. So they're going to set it down at the 16-yard line. So make it 2nd and 3, about an 8-yard pickup. So we bring Edgar Escalante out to the near side, Queen to the far side. Backs in the eye, Hondo under center. And hands to the deep back. That's Wellen. He's got running room, and he's out across the 25 to about the 27. Nice hard run by Wellen. Good blocking off the right side. Leading the charge is Nathaniel Miner. He's on the tackle on the right side. Jose Salazar in with the play.
You're going to get a lot of band noise. We are situated right above the band, where they're situated right below us, so there's a lot of noise.
Let me turn that crowd mic off. I don't think it was working anyway.
8 minutes and 32 seconds to go in the opening period. Brush going from right to left on your dial.
Okay, there's a keeper. There's Hondo around the edge. He's got blockers, steps across the line, breaks a tackle. He's across the 45 out to about the 47-yard line.
Pickup of about 17 yards on that play. That's just one of our basic plays, a basic bootleg right. Fakes the inside handoff to the fullback. He follows his pulling guard to the right side there and looks for any kind of room. He follows his guard, dipped inside. They came to tackle him, couldn't wrap up. He bounced it to the outside, picked up an additional 7 yards and a first down.
Yeah, call that about 47.5. It looked like we got a good spot there. Escalante here to the near side. Hondo under center. Hands it to Wellen, coming to the near side. He breaks a tackle, and he's out across the 50 down to about the 46-yard line. Got a 7-yard run on that one.
Yeah, right now Brush is in a groove right now with their running. They've got a lot of misdirection going on. They're keeping them off balance between running inside, running outside, and then running a bootleg there. So they're keeping Fort Lupton guessing.
Edgar Escalante will replace Hunter Dunn as he brings the play in. Pete Diggers in that choir formation or huddle there. Escalante will go to the right this time, working close to the near side hash mark. Queens to the near side, right in front of us. And handoff goes to Welland. Nothing there. Good tackle in there by number 5. That's Darren Castilla.
Yeah, they were trying to run an inside trap that time with Nick Welland and the pulling guard there. As he got there too late, there was too much penetration, and that defensive tackle just blew the play up, and it was for a loss.
Castillo only goes 5'7", 140. It was a good tackle. Make it 3rd and 3. Well, and they got a half yard out of that. Up to 46 and a half. And the Beat Diggers are going to talk this one over. How about that? 6:56 on the clock, and the Beat Diggers take a timeout. And we'll hold it here.
This Brush timeout is brought to you by State Farm Insurance. Like a good neighbor, Greg Mullen and his team are there to make the insurance world a lot easier for you. If you have questions, call them at 842-4555. That's Greg Mullen, State Farm Insurance. Well, Rob, the opening quarter here, 6 minutes and 56 seconds to go in the opening period. Score 0-0. Brush Beat Diggers visiting Fort Lupton High School tonight, looking to get themselves back on the win track and also get themselves a win in the conference. This is opening conference play, so really an important game tonight for both teams.
It is. I keep looking at this field, and it is in beautiful shape. It looks like you just go out there and take a nap on this grass. It's looking really good. Okay, the Beat Diggers come out. Hunter Dunn to the near side. Wide receiver clear to the far side. Sets him down. And he's going to hand it to Welland to the right side, and he's going to have the first down inside of the 40 down to about they call it 39 and a half.
Pick up of about 7 yards and a first down.
And they got the right play called, it looks like.
Well, they came out that time they had the tight end on the far side of the field, and they ran what we call it's an off-tackle play. It's a 46. We've got tight end and tackle are blocking down, and the halfback comes through the line of scrimmage, kicks out the defensive end, and leaves a wide alleyway there for Welland to run through and pick up those yards.
Okay, Jose Salazar wide to the right. Queen in the slot to the near side, and he'll go in motion to the far side. And Hondo's back, has a pass right to Queen. He has it, drops it, and it's going to be incomplete. He had it in his hand, turned. And glad it was incomplete instead of a fumble.
Yeah, it was close to being an interception at that point, but that's just a quick hitter, a quick pass hitter. It's a 91 dump. We've got the slot it's meant for the slot to catch that ball. He sent him in motion, and then watched the rotation and threw the ball to him real quick. Incomplete pass stops the clock. 6 minutes, 17 seconds to go in the opening period. Ron Elbow along with Rob Hastings on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. We got Beat Digger football on a Thursday night.
It is. Okay, we'll send Escalante to the far side. Queen in the slot to the far side. Right in the center of the field. And here comes an end around. And it's Queen's got it. He breaks free. He's got one man to beat. And he's going to be down inside the 30, almost to the 26-yard line. 1st and 10, Beat Diggers. I didn't catch the number on the Fort Lupton Blue Devil, but that would have been a touchdown if he hadn't got Queen by the ankle.
I think it was number 44. But that play right now, right there, they had the slot to the far side of the field, brought him in motion. Just a quick, what they call a 91 or a reverse play there. A great call at that time, caught him off guard and picked up big yards.
44 was Luke Heron. The silver numbers are pretty up close, but out on the field they're almost impossible to read. Okay, Hunter Dunn wide to the near side. Oh, a little motion by Queen to the near side. Hand off to Welland. He gets tripped up. He'll make it across the 20, right to the 25. Maybe a gain of about maybe a yard. Make it 7 or 9 for the Beat Diggers.
Ball just inside the 25-yard line of Fort Lupton. 5:15 to go in the opening quarter.
Jose Salazar move wide to the right. Beater's back in the center, almost the center of the field. Queen in the slot left. And there's a
quick pitch.
Look, a pitch. And that goes to Zach Gonzalez. He's in there at the tailback position.
Yeah, that time Zach Gonzalez lining up at halfback there. It's just a quick pitch to the left side of 59. Get the ball out to him quick, let him use his speed. Hopefully you'll be able to pick up some big yards. Brings up third down and about 3 yards.
Well, that kind of snuck Zach Gonzalez in there in the backfield. Edgar Escalante in with the play. He'll flex out to the right. Queen to the near side. Flexed wide. And the handoff goes to Wellen. He's got to battle forward. He'll be down almost to the 15.
That should be enough for a first down, but that play could have went for a lot bigger yards there. Our halfback that time needs to get out there. He's a key blocker on that as they're kicking that to kick that defensive end out, and that defensive end came upfield, and our halfback wasn't there to.
Zach Gonzalez was a senior at 155 pounds. And he'll remain in the backfield. And there's keeper by Alejandro. He's got blockers to the right side. He's down inside the 10. Hit down about the 7-yard line, it looks like. Make it the 8-yard line.
Another bootleg right for Alejandro Maltos Garcia that time. Good call. That misdirection when you're faking that play you're faking that inside trap to the fullback, and then he just follows that pulling guard. Gets him downfield to pick up big yards. 3 minutes and 32 seconds to go in the opening quarter. Still score 0-0. Rush driving.
Escalante to the right. Queen flexed out wide to the left. Gonzalez and Wellen in the backfield. And quick hitter right up the middle to Wellen. He's powering forward down inside the 5. Blocking out there was Zach Gonzalez. He was leading the blockers that time. Must have heard you, Ron. Okay. Jose Salazar in with the play.
The line
Clock
starting
winding with 3:06 and go. Still no score. Peters driving. Salazar to the left. Queen in the slot on the left side. Put him in motion. Far side. And hand off to Wellen. Not much there. He may make it to the 5, and that's about it.
Yeah, they ran the receiver. They ran the receiver across the formation, and then they ran to the side they motioned him to. So it basically it's 91. It would be a zoom 46, and so problem you might run into there is you bring some more defenders into the box when you send your motion to the area that you're running.
Okay, Hunter Dunn in with the play this time.
Gain of 0 that last time.
Zach Gonzalez still in there at running back. Along with Nick Wellen. Hondo under center. Way down low, and we're going to get a flag. Is that delay game? That's going to hurt. Put him back to the 10-yard line. He's second down, goal to go from the 10. Must be staying with the same play because they huddled up quick, headed to the line of scrimmage. Hunter Dunn to the near side. And back for a pass and being sacked as Hondo didn't have any help at all in the blocking there. Dusty Howard from Fort Lupton with a tackle, a 5'6", 165-pound wideout. I think they had a blitz going there or something.
That was a loss of about 7 yards.
So we'll move the ball back to the 17. So it's third down and 17 to go to the goal line.
Yeah, that play was designed to go to the tight end that time. It was a quick hitter, which we call an 81 dump. They just was going to step back, a 3-step drop, and release it to the tight end, but there was no blocking from the offensive line.
Good defensive call by Fort Lupton. Escalante wide to the near side. Queen to the near side. Hondo back to pass. Big rush. He throws it into the end zone. Intercepted. Coming out of the end zone and running out to about the 8-yard line. As that pass didn't have much hope there. And I still can't pick up the number on the Fort Lupton player. And a nice drive ends in an INT. They made it clear down to the 5-yard line from their own 8. That's a tough one. And so Fort Lupton's going to take over a great good field position at their own 10. Castillo in the shotgun. Backs really wide and run to the near side. There's going to be a loss. About 3 yards.
No place for them to go that time. Great job on the part of the defensive line on this near side of the field. The left defensive line just doing a great job of maintaining contact with those offensive linemen, shedding those blocks and making tackles.
Michael Nichols in there, met him head on, dropped him right there. So it'll be second down and about 12. Okay, set the ball back just a little bit. It started to drive it to 9 instead of the 10. And there's Castillo, hands it off to the far side, breaking free of a couple tackles after a gain almost to the 15.
Steals pretty fast. He hits those holes really quick. He's a shifty runner, and so Brush wasn't reacting quick enough. He got upfield and made a big gainer.
Okay. 3 players in and 2 come out. One must have got out of there earlier. No, here he comes. And that'll be the quarter. Into the quarter. We'll change ends. How about that? Let's take a short timeout. No score here, and from Fort Lupton, Brush Beat Diggers and the Fort Lupton Blue Devils. We'll be back in 30 seconds on 1010, KSIR, and KSIR.com. Okay, B&B Appliance can help you with all your appliance needs. Stop by and see what they can do for you. Check them out at Ensign Street in Fort Morgan. That's B&B Appliance. Well, the Beat Diggers on defense. The Fort Lupton Blue Devils will be heading east in this east-west field in their blue uniforms. Led by Yadier Castillo. And he's back, throws to the near side. Oh, falling down as a receiver, but he's going to get the first down. And as the quarterback hit him laying down right there at the 20-yard line, 1st and 10 Blue Devils. That's a good way to fake the receiver out, just fall down and catch the pass. 1st and 10 from the 20 for the Blue Devils. Still no score. We got Luke Heron to the near side along with Dusty Howard. And there's got a short pass to the receiver and out for about 5 yards. Nice hard tackle there. And that was by Jace Krieger.
Right now, Rob, Fort Lupton is finding success attacking the flat area of our defense right now. They're getting those guys out in that zone right there where our defensive backs or our safeties are dropping back and getting deep coverage, and they're just finding a little soft spot right there. They're settling up, and they're throwing the ball and completing it for passes. That's where their success is coming from right now.
Yeah, they dropped the 2 wides. They ran downfield, took the defenders with them. Linebackers got to cover that, don't they? They'll do about the same formation, 2 to the near side, 1 to the far side, and a little underneath handoff to the far side. Nothing doing there. How about that number 60? That's Michael Nichols getting another tackle for a loss. Got a little help there from Thomas Metler.
Definitely has been an upgrade and a beef up on the defense to have Michael Nichols. Being a senior, being back in here, and a contributor to have him back on the field again is definitely helping the defensive line. And I know he, like I said, he's hungry to be back on the field again and contributing and playing.
Well, he's listed at 200 pounds. Madeline at 205. Chase Barnett at 195. So he's kind of the center of the line there. Okay. Another pass coming. Big rush. And nice throw, but not quite there. It is going to number 44. That's Luke Heron.
And that time the defense had Coach Creighton called a little twister where he had the defensive end go inside, and then the defensive tackle came outside, so it put a little pressure in that quarterback's face, and he had to throw the ball a lot sooner than what he wanted to.
Isaac Morales back into the game, number 30s, headed back to about the 35-yard line. Nice high punt. He's going to let it go, and it's going to drop dead inside the Beat Diggers 45. Now, Beat Diggers will have good field position at their own 44-yard line.
Great field position for the opening for the start of the second quarter. 9 minutes and 53 seconds to go. Ron Elbow along with Rob Hastings on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Like you said, Rob, a Thursday night football game. Beat Diggers playing in Fort Lupton tonight.
Okay. We've got Hunter Dunn, wide receiver. He'll come to the near side. Queen will be in the slot. And we've got Morales back in there. And he's got it going to the left side. Nice fake there between him and Hondo. And had me faked out. I was watching the wrong running back. So were a couple of the defenders. So a good 5-yard, almost 6-yard carry for Morales. Let's make it 5. They'll set it just short of the 50. Second down and a long 5 for the Beat Diggers. Escalante to the near side. Queen in the slot to the near side. Beat Diggers working to our right, going west. Queen in the slot. And the handoff to the left side to Morales. He breaks free. He's got the first down, driving hard across the 45 as we hit down about the 43.5-yard line.
That was an outside handoff. That was a 37. Fake the inside trap to the fullback. Give it to Morales, the halfback, who's the quick hitter and the speed guy. And he picks up 7 yards in the first down. 9 minutes to go in the second quarter. Score 0-0.
Jose Salazar in with the play.
Each team's had 2 possessions in the first quarter. This is Brush's first possession in the third quarter.
Okay, Queens to the near side. Flexed out as Salazar to the far side over by the Beat Digger bench. Good run to the right. Welling breaks free. Still driving. Dragging Blue Devils with him inside the 30 down to about the 28-yard line. Make it to 27. First and 10, Beat Diggers. Got Morales back in there.
18
Didn't
yard.
see anything of him in the first quarter.
18-yard pickup on that play.
And, the Queen out to the left. Hunter Dunn to the near side. Morales and Welling in the backfield. Hondo handles Morales to the left side. He's driving forward. And he's inside the 25 down about the 23. Another nice 5-yard run.
You know, when you're picking up 5 yards and then you're picking up 12 yards or 18 yards on trap plays, running the ball, what else do you need to do, right?
Right.
Just keep running the ball, control the clock.
That's Beat Digger football. Just made a little bit of adjustment in their blocking, and it's working a little better than it was earlier.
Right now the line's getting a lot of push. They're getting a lot of push of the front interior guys to open up those holes.
Queen in motion to the near side. Hand off to Welling. Was that Morales? Got undercut there. No, that was Welling.
That was Welling.
They're
Morales,
really targeting him.
Yeah, Morales was in charge of kicking the defensive end out at that time, and he let that guy get up too far upfield and wasn't able to kick him out, so that hole closed down very quick, and there was no place for Welling to run at that time.
Well, small game. Falls at 22.5. Bring Salazar to the near side. Queen in the slot. Peters right in the center of the field. The 22-yard line. And a pitch to the left side to Morales. He cuts back. We've got a flag. He's inside the 10, but we get a chop block or something. Holding on the Beat Diggers. It's called.
Not sure who the holding call was on that time. I'm thinking it might have been the wide receiver on that far side of the field over there that was just went upfield and grabbed a hold of that defensive back and held him not necessary to do that. I mean, he's got to be aware of where that ball's coming from, and you know, we did a great job of sealing the inside, kicking out that outside, that defensive end, and Isaac Morales is off to the races with him.
Now the official on the far side threw the flag, and the head official's already calling it a holding.
Yep.
So he's seen it too. So that brings up third down at 14. That really hurts. Got to get the ball down to about the 17-yard line. There's a jump by Fort Lupton, and that's going to be an offside call. That'll get the Beat Diggers down to about a 12-yard. Let's see where he's walking that off to.
About a 5-yard gain for the Brush Beat Diggers. You know, that was the third time they jumped. I watched the defensive line. That's the third time. Finally, the referees called that.
I think one of the Beat Diggers flinched, so it helped him out a little. And there comes a rush on pass wide open. Oh no, almost another interception. Good defense as running free to the end. I think, is that Queen?
That was Queen on basically a go pattern, a 7 route, which is a straight go pattern down the field on the far side. Alejandro's got to get that ball up a little bit higher and get it over that defensive back's hands right there. Great defensive call, great defensive play on the part of that defensive back on the far side of the field. 4th and 9. Looks like the Beat Diggers are going to go for it. Send Escalante to the left, Queen in the slot to the left. They're still in the middle of the field. About the 26, 27-yard line. And back to pass is Hondo. He's got his receiver out here to the near side. And a nice catch. That's Luke Seawald.
Yeah, Luke Seawald out of that tight end position. And that's a 1st and 10 Beat Diggers. That was a huge play for the Beat Diggers. Set that ball down there at the 14-yard line.
Cargill Meat Solutions. Cargill works with the community to make sure there are jobs for the members of the communities that they're in. Cargill Meat Solutions.
Okay, Salazar to the near side. Beat Diggers at the near side of hash marks. Headed to our right. Welland and Morales in the backfield. Queen goes motion to the far side. And Welland has it. Has blockers to the left side and dives inside right at the 5-yard line. That was the way they're supposed to block it, right, Ron?
Yep. Welland did the rest of the work. He just found the hole and he worked himself upfield, picking up big yards.
Nose of the ball on the 5-yard line. Second. Let's see. Second, well, about 2 to go. I can get a first down here inside the 5.
Timeout.
And timeout by Fort Lupton Blue Devils. How about that? Let's take a short timeout. Still no score. 5:16 left here in the second period. We'll be back in a moment on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Okay, welcome back. Second one to go for the Beat Diggers. Ball at the 5-yard line. They get just across there for the 1st and 10. Welland with the handoff to the left side, and we've got a flag. I think our receiver, or offsides on that's too far to the near side.
Boy, Hunter Dunn, wide receiver on the near side of the field. He's lined up all the way to the boundary there, and he's lining up offsides. The referee, all he's got to do is check with the referee. He'll show him where if he's on or off the line. He's off. He's lined up offsides. That negates a big play right there.
That's huge. Now it's 2nd and 6. Instead of goal to go for the Beat Diggers. Salazar will come to the near side. Queen will be on the near side slot. Morales and Welland. Queen in motion to the left side. And back to pass is Hondo. A little short dump pass and falling down as his receiver. And I think that's Welland.
Yeah, that was I don't know that play. I've seen that play in the playbook before. It looked to me like it was a broken play. He turned around looking, expecting to hand the ball off to somebody, and then all of a sudden there's nobody there, so he sees Welland go upfield and he just throws it to him, but I'm not quite sure. I don't know. Could have been fullback in the flat maybe on that side.
Yeah, there's another big rush this time, too. Fort Lupton seems to sense their pass is pretty good, and they get somebody on the quarterback in a hurry.
4 minutes and 40 seconds to go in the second quarter.
Okay, here's a keeper by Hondo. He cuts up and missed one tackle, keeps driving. He's inside the 10. Let's see. They might have, it's going to be 4th down again. see where they set that down. It looks like the 7-yard line, about 7.5.
Yep.
It's almost 4 yards to go for the
Long
first
3
down.
or a short 4, whatever you want to call it. That's
Let's just make it a 7 and 8 yard run or pass here. It'll be a touchdown.
that's all you need.
Hunter Dunn at the far side. Queen to the near side, wide out. And back is Hondo, and in and out of the hands. Oh, man, that's awful. Luke Seawald, he had it. He's wide open. Hit him right in the hands, and it bounced away.
They had an 81 cross set up at that time where the tight end releases from the near side of the field across the formation. Got in that open spot right there. He was wide open. He threw the ball and delivered it to him. What happened? He took the concentration off it and dropped the ball. Big turnover at that time for Fort Lupton to take over right now with 3 minutes and 51 seconds to go. They're deep in their own territory.
Alejandro, he throws a hard ball, too. It's maybe not that easy to catch, but he was so wide open. Fort Lupton's got a player running off the field at the last second. And back to pass, and there's a deep pass, waiting for it, basket catch, and clear out to the 39-yard line.
Boy, one play just like that. Got themselves out of a deep hole. They're out to the 37-yard line for a 1st and 10 with 3:44 to go. Fort Lupton.
I think that's Castilla on the reception.
Castilla.
Yeah. Number
Gary.
5 on that one? I thought there was a 4 on that one. Well, those silver numbers are hard to see. Okay, we got 3 wideouts, 2 to the near side, 1 running back. Now they're throwing it to the near side and over the head of the receiver. That was Luke Heron out there, but he had 3 defenders out here and 2 wide receivers. So
The Fort Lupton quarterback's not afraid to throw the ball up.
he seems to have a pretty good arm.
Yep.
Okay, 3:40 left in this half. Fort Lupton has the ball. 2nd and 10. 2 wides to the near side. They work from close to the far side hash marks. 1 wide receiver right over by the beat digger bench on the far side. And he throws it up, and his tight end jumped up and knocked it down.
Yeah, it was a little too high for him. He had no choice other than to knock it down because he couldn't bring it in. He was afraid somebody was behind him to pick it off.
Well, I think the other receiver was wide open, number 3. He could have caught it. I think he was throwing it to Malanga, but this underneath guy knocked it down. They were kind of lined up there, I think. But that makes it 3rd and 10 for the Blue Devils.
Three minutes and 37 seconds to go in the second quarter. Fort Lupton driving the ball now from right to left on your dial.
And we're going to get a timeout by the Fort Lupton coaches. It was important down here, 3rd and 10. There seemed to be a little confusion out there. Okay. Well, why do they have that short timeout? Let's talk about Transwest. They believe that customers are number 1. Check out their selection online or just stop by one of their dealerships in Fort Morgan and Sterling. And it says today, but maybe you ought to try tomorrow and Saturday. I know they'd love to talk to you. Morgan Community College. Morgan Community College is there to make your dreams become a reality for both traditional and non-traditional students. Check them out at morgancc.edu. It's Morgan Community College. Okay, we're set to go. 2 wides to the near side. Castillo back. He's going to throw it to the near side. Nothing doing. Oh, missed tackle by the beat diggers. Cut back run. And short of the first down out across the 40. And one of the beat diggers there had him dead to rights and missed the tackle.
Yeah, just a quick bubble screen to the near side of the field here and to the near side of our field, and he completes the pass, and all he's got to do is look for his blocking and work his way upfield.
Been about a 5-yard loss, and it ends up with a 6-yard gain and a 4th down and 4. Fort Lupton looks like they're going to kick it away. Clock will be under 3 minutes. Still running. Oh, we're missing one guy from Fort Lupton, so we'll be inside of 2:50 to go here in the half. Blue Devils set to kick it away. Morales back there. Now another timeout for Fort Lupton. They're going to talk it over again.
Yeah, Fort Lupton, they were scrambling to get guys on the football field, get him in the right positions. Best thing to do is call a timeout at that time and not let a mistake happen. So 2 minutes and 45 seconds to go in the second quarter. Fort Lupton calls a timeout, scores 0-0. Fort Lupton set to punt the ball away after this timeout.
Well, maybe they're going to change their minds. I don't know. How about Ingmar Phillips Insurance? Things happen in life, like our tornadoes. Make sure you're prepared with the right insurance coverage. Ingmar Phillips Insurance in Brush and Fort Morgan. Okay, now they're getting set to go. Okay, Morales will set up down around his 20-yard line. And there's a run to the far side and a nice tackle. The Barnett is in there, drops him for a loss of about 6 yards. And it'll be Beat Digger football. I wondered if there was something up there.
Oh, good call. Fort Lupton gambled that time, and it came up big for Brush. They'll take over 1st and 10 at Fort Lupton's, 37-yard line?
Let's see, yeah, there it is, about 37 and a half. Chase Barnett will set the Beat Diggers up. 1st and 10, Queen to the near side. And handoff right up the middle. Well, and breaks into the clear for a moment, breaks another tackle. And a nice sideways, going to have it over 10 yards, I think. They may have to measure this one. Nope, they're going to give him first and 10 after an 11-yard gain. 37-yard line, 1st and 10 Diggers. 2:28, clock's running.
1st and 10 on the 27-yard line.
Oh, excuse me. Yeah, 27. I was looking at the board there. Escalante to the right side. Queen to the left. Hand off to Welland to the left side. Queen's out there blocking. Gets a good block, and they're inside the 10-yard line, or right at the 10. They'll stop the clock at 2:08. Good blocking again off the left side for the Beat Diggers. Alejandro Maltos Garcia sends them out. Sends Queen wide to the near side. Salazar to the left side, the far side. And there's a right up the middle, and that's Welland with it. A lot of misdirection there, but straight up the middle goes Welland. And he's going to be down about the 2-yard line. Clock running, 1:33. Beat Diggers break the huddle quickly. Send Queen to the far to the left. Morales and Welland still in the backfield. Hunter Dunn to the near side. And handoff to, well, that's Welland. Touchdown, Beat Diggers. 1:19 on the clock. How about that? That turnover, well, basically a turnover when you tackle the just on turnover on downs. But anyway, how about that? This first score is brought to you by Western Engineering Consultants. Engineering consultant service for all your projects. Strong commitment to their clients. Set them apart. Get your project started the right way with Western Engineering Consultant. Check out Chad Cox over there. The Beat Diggers are going to call a timeout here on the extra point, because I think they were having a little trouble getting everybody lined out. So we'll hold it here. And we've got some more sponsors we'd like to talk to. How about Northeastern? When it comes to your future, Northeastern is miles ahead. They're a college that's close to home. It's Northeastern Junior College. And High Plains Bank. See what over a century of customer service can do for you at High Plains Bank in Wiggins, offering you a variety of banking needs, agriculture and personal loans. Check them out at High Plains Bank in Wiggins. Okay, Lance Swint gives the guys all their instructions. And what do we got here? Oh, we're going to go for the extra point. And we've got Eric Duran, the freshman kicker. Oh, bad snap. And Beat Diggers are only going to be up 6-0 as the snap was bad. Good job there by Caden Swint to finally just corral it. And it'll be 6-0 with the Beat Diggers on top. We'll be back in a moment on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Okay, welcome back. Extra point didn't work. Duran didn't get a chance to kick it, so we'll call it a fumble and no extra point. So Duran's set to kick it away. And it's going to be another short one. It's going to bounce around the 18-yard line. Receiver bundles it, and then he gets bumbles it and gets hit at the 18. They're going to get a really nice spot there by the referee. He's going to set it at 20. So the Blue Devils will head to our left from the 20-yard line with 1:14 on the clock. Let's see it. Kyle Wellen comes in as one of the defensive backs.
Actually, it'd be playing strong
on their
safety
side,
linebacker.
we've got Ivan Cardenas in here. He's just going to go match up with the wide receivers over on the far side. There's three of them to the right side, the far side, and they run a throw to the near side coverage here, and almost catching a pass. Ivan Cardenas was a step behind number 3. That's Dalton Malonga, and
the junior from Fort Lupton's got really good speed. He just took his chance and quarterback threw the ball up, and it was in his hands. He just couldn't make the connection and bring that ball down for a big completion at that time.
Nice one of those high rainbow passes and let him run under it. And he had another half step, he'd been gone. So, Yvonne, a freshman, that gives you a little thrill, but he's had a lot of playing time this year. Malanga out to the near side. 3 wide receivers to the far side. They're looking at him again across the middle and cutting up, and the safety goofed up, and it's going to be a touchdown unless we get a Beat Digger to catch him. Malanga's going to run it all the way. That's going to be a huge run, pass and run for 80 yards. What started at 20, right?
At the 20-yard line, so 80-yard touchdown play for Fort Lupton. At 56 seconds to go in the second quarter.
And they faked it to the outside, and he cut into the middle, and the safety bit up, and it was off to the races, and nobody could catch him. Lang on the carry, or on the catch and run. And Fort Lupton's going to go for the extra point. I think that's Luke Herron out there. And the ball's down, up, and Fort Lupton's going to take the lead here with 56.5 seconds, or 56.7 seconds in the first half. That was a short drive, or a quick drive by the Blue Devils.
You know, at that time, Fort Lupton, they went at Yvonne Cardenas, the freshman that played before, and then they just came back again. They widened the receiver out again and ran just a deep slant. And he found a little soft spot that was open there, connected the ball, got the ball in his hands, and after that point, it was off to the races. He was way behind. Our safety came up too soon. There was no deep coverage on it, and it was just chasing him down the field, and nobody was going to catch him once he got that ball.
The safety had no angle at all at him. So the Beat Diggers set to receive it. That's 48. I don't have a 48 on my roster. This is a kicker. They don't have him on their roster either. We'll have to ask one of the guys next to us here. And the kick is away, bounces, and caught on his shoe tops. And running up the middle of the field is Queen. He's going to be out across the 35. A good field position for the Beat Diggers. They'll take over at their own 35. Beat Diggers ahead to our right. Those Blue Devils in those blue uniforms, helmets, gray numbers, little white trim. Beat Diggers in their Cardinal helmets, white jerseys, Cardinal numbers, yellow pants, and Cardinal leggings. A little confusion here by Fort Lupton on the coverage. Alejandro's going a little delay draw and breaking in a couple of tackles. Going to get about 3 or 4 yards by Morales, but that was all Morales. There wasn't a whole lot of room there. Beat Diggers are going to call timeout. So let's take 30 seconds. We'll be back in a moment. Fort Lupton leads 7-6 over the Brush Beat Diggers with 38.7 seconds left. We'll be back in a moment. Okay, welcome back. 2nd and 6 for the Beat Diggers. At the 38-yard line. Alejandro back to pass. Looking one way. Throws it long for Hunter down over his head, though. As a little behind on the pass. Or done. Might have been needed to go up the field just a little bit more. He was about triple covered there.
Yeah, I needed to keep that route a little more vertical and just run straight up the field instead of breaking it more into the inside interior where there were 2 defensive backs there, and he wasn't able to come up with that reception. 33 seconds to go in the second quarter, brushed down by a score of 7-6 from Fort Lupton High School. Beat Digger football on Thursday night.
Call it 3rd and 6 for the Beat Diggers. Edgar Escalante to the near side. Queen in the slot, and we're going to call on flag. I think they're talking to the Beat Diggers, calling an illegal procedure. They call it a false start. I didn't see what happened there because just barely got to the line of scrimmage.
I think they made the motion like the center went down into his stance and then came back up and then went back down again.
Okay. Queen in motion to the far side. Underneath handoff, and a fake pitch, and it goes out to Morales. He'll be out across the 40. And it'll be 22 seconds, 4th down. Beat Digger's probably going to punt it away, you think? Or just let it run out. I think Fort Lupton's out of timeouts. So.
Yeah. The way it's going right now, they're just going to let the clock run down. No more mistakes at this point. Go into halftime. Reevaluate what's going on, what's been working for them.
Okay,
let's second half.
Let's take a 3-minute timeout. We'll come back for a little bit. We'll be back in more on 1010 KSIR, KSIR.com. Okay, welcome back to Fort Lupton. We're just about ready for the second half kickoff. And it's 7-6 Fort Lupton. Ron Albo and some old guy here. And we're having fun doing football. Beautiful night.
Yep, Ron Elbow and Rob Hastings on the air tonight. From Fort Lupton High School, like we said, where the Blue Devils and the Beat Diggers are battling it out tonight. A conference game, Patriot League conference opener for both teams tonight. Both teams looking to get back on the winning track, and right now Fort Lupton's in the lead by a score of 7-6 with a 80-yard touchdown pass and reception at the end of the second quarter there to put them in the lead of 7-6. So, like we said, conference play really important for the remainder of the season for both these teams, and especially for Brush to be able to get on the winning side right now. Anytime they can get a win in conference from this point on, it's definitely a plus for them. It doesn't matter what the preseason what happened there. I mean, you'd like to win some games. You'd like to go in on a winning note going into the conference play, but that just wasn't the case for the Beat Diggers. But that's all behind them right now. Now they're focusing on conference play from this point on, and so every game is basically a must-win game for them if they want to extend their season at the end of this year.
And that's where the fun really begins. Then, of course, there's Willow Coffee and Bake Shop, Ron's favorite stop. Get delicious treats, breakfast or lunch options. Make the day better. All the great coffees in there. That's on Edison Street in Brush. Stop by there today. That's Willow Coffee and Bake Shop.
Colorado Plains Medical Center, CPMC, has experienced physicians and highly trained surgical teams trained in the latest surgical procedures. Explore what procedures are possible in your hometown. And then there's AC Ice, crystal clear ice, good for any drink, any time of the year. You can pick up AC Ice at any local grocery or convenience store in northeastern Colorado today. And, of course, a huge sponsor of ours, Bank of Colorado. It's the only bank dedicated to help you make the most of living here. They're not just a bank in Colorado, they're the Bank of Colorado. Proud supporter of local sports and academics, that's Bank of Colorado. Lots of great sponsors, like we talk about, Rob, on that air, on our air, and on their broadcast. And we encourage you guys to get out and support them as much as you possibly can. They provide a lot of support for our local athletics, and we do appreciate them a lot.
Yeah, it's great to be from Brush that so many communities don't have any stuff like we're doing. Our owners at the station, Rose back there working the board, Christy, she's getting ready for all the late night stuff. I don't know if we got shows tonight or not. We'll have to turn that back to the headquarters afterward. Christy's working on all that. Fort Lupton's getting set to kick off here. As they get the clock set, Beat Diggers receive. Morales back with Queen. Morales on the near side. The Beat Diggers will be to our left, which is to the east. And I think that's Pablo back there to kick for the Blue Devils. And we're underway in the second half. Oh, a deep kick going into the end zone and out of the end zone. Kind of a low line drive. And that was Pablo. We couldn't get his last name there for you, but Fort Lupton kicker, not on the roster, but he booted away. So, Beat Diggers underway. Alejandro Matos Garcia calling out the plays. Just a freshman for the Beat Diggers. He had one pass dropped in the end zone. Okay, Hunter Dunn to the near side. Queen will be in the slot to the left. Beat Diggers in the center of the field. Queen in motion to the left. And there's a hand off to Morales. And he'll run out of bounds just short of the first down. Right into the Beat Digger bench. Fake me out on that one again, Ron.
Well, they sent the receiver from this side in motion to the far side of the field. And as they did that, it was just a quick snap to the quarterback. He pitched it out to Morales, who was running wide on the far side of the field at what we call a 59, and picked up about 5 yards on that play.
Yeah, he ran out of bounds. I thought he stepped out early. It was only 5 yards. Okay, Jose Salazar to the near side. Queen in the slot, motion to the far side. Hand off to Wellen, left side, straight ahead, first down, and he's going to be hit down right outside the 30.
Picks up 6 yards and a first down for Wellen.
Maybe even a little more than that. Let's see where they mark that. Oh, now he's taking steps back. You're right, 6 yards right on the nose. Ball will be set at 31. Beat Diggers down by 1.
There's a lot of equipment up here.
Edgar Escalante to the near side. He brings in the plays. Queen in the slot to the near side. Beat Diggers on the far side, hash mark. Hondo hands off to Morales, left side. He's driving forward. He's still going. He's going to be maybe only about an 8-yard carry. Thought he was hit several times and just kept on driving.
Ball to the 39-yard line.
Yeah, mark it. Maybe a half yard short of the 40. So good run by Morales that time. Second and long one. We'll bring Queen to the near side. Wide receiver far to the far side. And we get a little shift by the backs. And hand off to the near side. It's Morales again, and he dives forward for the first down. And he'll be right at the 45-yard line. First and 10 Diggers. Jose Salazar brings a play in.
Great job in the pre-snap read. The Brush offense came out in one formation, looked how the defense lined up, and they slid their running backs to the far near side of the field and ran off tackle.
Salazar set to the near side, Queen to the far side. Alejandro, trap right up the middle to Wellen, right? I heard you say trap wrong. Good job. You seen it coming. Okay, 5 yard, almost 5 yard carry by Wellen. Second and long 5 for the Beat Diggers.
This drive started back at Brush's own 20-yard line. They're out to the 50-yard line. 9 minutes and 52 seconds to go in the opening of the third quarter.
Beaters right in the center of the field. Escalante to the near side. Queen in the slot. And a handoff to Queen around the far side. He's got Barnett out there. He's got the first down. Still driving. And he's going to be into Blue Devil territory down about the 43-yard line. Officials walking back forth, running around. Now they finally set it down up to the 44.
Brush right now on a 6-play, 35-yard.
Okay, Hunter Dunn on the far side, handoff to the near side, and hit down hard is Morales. Let's see who made that tackle. That was 60. Wow. Julian Encina. No gain on the play, maybe a loss of about a half a yard, or a football length anyway. Like it's second down and a long 10. Encina goes at 2:15, only 5'6". Would be like running over a fire hydrant there. Back to pass. There's a pass down the middle. And is that caught? I think so. No, the official's going to say it hit the ground. Almost a spectacular catch there by Queen. But they're saying it bounced. So it's going to bring up third down and 10. Hunter Dunn runs off. Salazar runs in with the play.
8 minutes and 33 seconds to go in the third quarter. Rush down by a score of 7-6, but driving from left to right on your dial.
Salazar will come to the near side. Queen in the slot to the near side. There's the backs in the tee. Queen goes in motion to the far side. Pitch to Morales. He's behind Queen, and he's going to pick up about 7, maybe 8 yards there. I got to wait for the referee to settle down. And yeah, I think you're going to get good 7.5 yards out of it.
Fourth down and about 2.5, 3 yards.
Got to get the ball down to about the 34-yard line. Fourth down and 3. Escalante to the near side. Queen's flexed out to the far side. Backs are set. Hondo hands it to Wellen. He drives forward. He's going to have the first down. Just good blocking off the left side. Nice job. Nathaniel Miner leading the blockers out there. Waiting for Hunter Dunn to bring the play in. Still 7-6. Blue Devils. Beat Diggers driving here. 7:33 of the third quarter. And Jade Queen coming to the near side. Hunter Dunn to the left. And we get a jump by the defenders and no call again. And a pass down over the head of Morales. He was out there. And if he'd run through that one, he might have been looked back a little bit quick.
That time they just had Morales lined up on the left side of the formation and ran him what they call like a left alley upfield and looking for him just in the seam between that cornerback and where the safeties are, and he just was overthrown a little bit. Incompleted pass. 7 minutes and 13 seconds to go in the third quarter.
Jose Salazar brings play in. He'll come to the near side. Queen in the slot near side. Dunker, the tight end to the left side. Underneath handoff, Wellen. He drives forward, spins, and he's down to about the 25-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 4.
Gain of 5 on the play, brings up to 2nd down. That's makes that 3rd down and 5.
All set just outside the 25-yard line. Escalante will go to the left side this time. Queen to the near side. Ball's on the left hash marks. Beat Diggers left anyway. The pitch to Morales. Big block out here to the near side. Morales tried to cut back and he got nailed by the cornerback. No gain. So 4th and 4 for the Beat Diggers. Nathaniel Miner running back out on the field along with Jose Salazar. Miner will be the tackle to the near side. Alejandro under center. Sets him down, puts Queen in motion to the far side. Hand off to Wellen to the left side. He drives forward. First down, Beat Diggers. Down to the 20. Inside the 20 a little bit. That was a big down for the Beat Diggers. Good hard run right off the left guard. Got a number for that one, Ron?
No.
Just sick 'em. Off the left tackle, left guard tackle. Escalante to the near side. Queen will flex out to the far side. Going to our right. Handoff. Wellen has it. He drives forward. Gets driven forward by the tackler down about the 12-yard line. Let's make it to maybe the 14. And move it back a little bit. 13, 14-yard line right in there. Second down and 3. Clock winding 5:07. 7-6 for the Blue Devils. Hunter Dunn to the near side. And we got a timeout called by the Blue Devils. How about that? Let's take 30 seconds. We'll be back in a moment. 7-6 Blue Devils on 1010 KSIR, KSIR.com. Okay, welcome back. 4:57 left in the third period. Beat Diggers down by 1, driving after a great drive run so far. 2nd and 4 for long 3. Alejandro under center. Sets him, put Queen in motion to the far side. Hand off right up the middle to Morales. They drive forward and almost to the 5-yard line. Well, let's see. They're going to mark it at the 10.
Mark at the 10.
Gain of about 3.
Gain of about 3 yards.
I thought he had about 6. He must have had a knee down there that I didn't see. So 3rd and 3. Knows the ball right on the 10.
3rd down and real short.
Okay, Salazar to the near side. Queen in the slot to the near side. There's a jump by the Blue Devils. That's going to be a first down for the Beat Diggers, an offside. Right tackle got nervous. That'll help the Beat Diggers out. Put them inside the 5-yard line.
Brings up
or
a first
almost
down.
The 5-yard line. Let's call it 6.
Yep. Just shy of the 5-yard line. 4 minutes and 12 seconds to go. Brush has had this ball since the opening of the 3rd quarter.
A long drive
Just
here.
chewing up time, controlling the clock, and keeping the ball to the hands of Fort Lupton.
Almost 8 minutes. Okay, Queen in motion again to the left side. Hand off to Wellen. He drives forward inside the 5, down to about the 3, it looks like. I think those are soccer markings in the yellow out there that kind of confuse things. Got stripes and circles and stuff out there.
Ball is set at the 4-yard line.
Hunter Dunn brings a play in. He'll come out to the near side. Dunker tight into the left side. Queen in the slot right side. Back shift. And hand off to Morales. Not much there. He's not going to make it, maybe back to the line of scrimmage.
He might have lost a yard on that play. Yep, looks like he lost a yard.
Go with the PA announcer, Dusty Howard, the tackler for the Blue Devils. Edgar Escalante into the play. Comes out to the near side. Cleaning the slot to the near side. Beat Diggers working from the far side hash marks. And keeper by Alejandro. He cuts it up. He's going to be down to about the 2-yard line.
Hayden Phillips comes up to make a tackle on the quarterback feet. Looks like we're at 4th down. Make some noise.
The 4th down and 2 to go.
4th and 2.
Salazar in with the play. He flex out to the left. Features hurrying up the line of scrimmage. They're set. And hand off to Welland right side. He drives forward. This is a 4th down play. And the official's going to mark him short.
Short of the goal line.
He wants to be invited back next week, so that is a close call. Don't have any sideline cameras on that one, but I think the ball's going to be set with the tail on the goal line. That's how close it was. See what the Beat Diggers can do on this 1st down for the Blue Devils. 3rd and 99 and 3/4 to go for a touchdown for the Blue Devils. Castilla brings them up. Looks like they were offsides or had a little motion there by the Blue Devils as they tried to scrum up the middle. Not much there. Chase Barnett underneath.
Boy, that was a backbreaker, Rob. That was a 21-play drive, okay, from the start of the 3rd quarter, 79 yards and no score. No score on that. Big hurt.
Huge drive. And I think he missed it by an inch. So it'll be 2nd down and 8 to go for the Blue Devils. And they had 12 men in the huddle. And the little underneath handoff, nothing doing. There may be a loss on the play by the Blue Devils.
And that last drive consumed almost 10 minutes on the clock for Brush.
Yeah, the 3rd quarter's just about gone. Clock's going to be inside of 1:10. 3rd and 9 for the Blue Devils. Cyrus LaForge in with the play, the senior wide receiver for the Blue Devils. Jadir Castillo comes over and gets play. They're going to get delay a game here, I would think, shortly. Now another 12th player runs off late, and we're going to get a flag, and that'll be delay, I believe. That's not going to cost them much, about a half a yard. Or did we get a timeout? There's a flag, and the whole team's coming to the near side. So the officials are talking it over. Flag still on the field. They're going to walk it off. Okay. A little discussion down there as to whether they're going to. Now we've got a discussion with the referee and one of the coaches. Maybe we can figure this out, Ron. I'm not quite sure what's happening.
I don't know what's going on.
Both coaches are out on the field, and they're going to give a timeout for Lupton. So here we are with 43 seconds left in the 3rd period. Fort Lupton up by 1 point. 3rd down and 9 to go for Fort Lupton. Well, let's hold it here. The players are ready to go. So this is going to be a short timeout. You hear the coach yelling at the referee, wondering what's going on there. He's going to run, getting position, back to pass as Castilla. He's got a receiver out there, but nothing doing. The Beat Diggers are going to put him down about the 7-yard line. Busy watching the referee trying to get in position on the line here on the near side.
Got an injured player, Castilla, I think on the far side of the field is injured.
Not sure who all got in on that tackle, but He got hit pretty good. I think that's number 5, Darren Castilla. Castilla. There we go. Castillo's the quarterback. Castilla, the wide receiver. Let's see, that's number 3. That's Malanga. But we'll get it right eventually. Got a little light on the. He might have twisted an ankle or something. Not very big. Listed at 5'8", 145. So we got this short timeout waiting for him to get off the field. It'll be 4th and 5 for the Blue Devils as they head back out on the field, probably to punt it away. AC Ice, crystal ice, good for any drink at any time of the year. You can pick up AC Ice at about any local grocery or convenience store in northeastern Colorado today. That's AC Ice. Okay, Pablo set to kick it away. Let's see. Isaac Morales deep. He's going to set up in Fort Lupton territory, about the 47. Waiting for the officials here. Now we're about set to go. 32 seconds left here in the third period. Clock's winding. Kick is up. Beat Digger's a big rush, and it's going to bounce in front of, oh, that was Hunter Dunn back there. He's just going to let it roll. It's going to roll back into Beat Digger territory at the 42.5-yard line, but it'll be Beat Digger's ball. 18.5 seconds left here in the third period. 7-6, Blue Devils. So, been an interesting game. But
weird change of events right there. Under those last 2 minutes in the third quarter, we have 18.5 seconds to go. Brush has the ball right now at their own 43-yard line.
Okay, Colorado Prep Scoreboard Show with Kevin Schaefer. So that'll be coming up tomorrow night. I'm not sure about tonight. Hunter down on the near side. Alejandro Altos Garcia under center. Calls out the play, hands it to Morales. Nothing doing. He's going to lose yardage again, about 3 yards. They'll put the Beat Diggers back to their 40.
Yeah,
Not much blocking on the left side.
No, way too much penetration on the part of the defensive line from Fort Lupton. They were trying to run a 36, which is an outside trap with Morales. By the time he got the ball and looked up, all of a sudden there was Fort Lupton ball players in his face, and he was tackled for a loss.
Okay, third quarter's over. 12 minutes to go in this ball game. Blue Devils up 7-6. We'll be back in a moment on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Okay, welcome back. Beat Diggers on offense here. 2nd down and 12. Backs are set. Queen in motion. And there's a pass coming up. That's Hunter Dunn, and he's going to be down to the 30-yard line. How about that?
That was actually Maltos Garcia completed pass to Luke Seawald.
Seawald, I'm sorry, yes. Excuse me, Seawald, number 14. He's been kind of hidden all game, and now he pops out there with a great catch and a good run after the catch. Beat Diggers, 1st and 10 at the Blue Devils 30. Not sure. Got coaches out in the field for Fort Lupton and players moving in and out. I guess we get it straightened out. Hunter Dunn to the near side. Queen in the slot near side. Major's right in the center of the field at Blue Devils 30. Alejandro back to pass, and he throws it. Good catch over there. Oh, no. Out of the hands of Wellen. He was a little behind him. He spun around, and the ball came rolling out. So that's just going to be an incomplete pass. 2nd down and 10 from the 30. Alejandro did a great job of sidestepping the rush there. Got the ball away, but he's a little behind. And ends up in an incompletion. Hunter Dunn brings the play in. He'll move out to the right side. Queen to the near side, still in the center. Handoff right up the middle, and there goes Well, and he's going to have about 9 yards, at least 8. So it'll be 3rd down and short for the Beet Diggers. 3rd down and a long one, almost 2 yards. Hunter Dunn in with the play. He'll flex out right. Queen will flex out to the near side. Dunker, the tight end, to the near side. Hand off to Wellen, right off the left side. And he's got the 1st and 10. Down to about the 17-yard line. .10:48 counting in the ball game. Jose Salazar brings the play in. See if the Beet Diggers can punch one in here. The red zone hasn't been good to them. Salazar to the left, Quinn in the slot left. Beet Diggers just about to the near side hash marks. And, a little end around by Queen, but he may get a yard or so. Gonna move it up. Yeah, we'll give him a yard on that. Kind of a long yard. Ball almost to the 15. 15 and a half. 2nd down for the Diggers. Down by 1. Escalante will come out to the near side. Go in the slot to the near side. And back to pass. And good one. Over to touchdown. Oh, there we go. Nice job. And that was a good pass right to Morales. He caught it, cut it up the field, and nobody could catch him. Touchdown, Beet Diggers. Now 12-7 Diggers. Oh, we've got a flag. How about that? Not sure what happened there. They're talking it over. The Beet Diggers are moving back. Long discussion. What was that?
Pushing off, maybe. I don't know.
I don't know. He's tapping his chest with both hands.
Yeah.
It's not a long penalty. He's back. Okay, Coach, what was that? A
Holding.
Okay, we got a timeout for the Beet Diggers. Move it back to the 15-yard line. And I'm not sure, that must have been way down the field where the holding was, because they walked it off from there, I guess. Well, Ron?
Right now, Brush is working on a 3-minute drive here. And they need to get something out of this drive. They've got to score 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6-play drive. Of course, there was a big pass play from Maltos to Seawald to pick up a 1st down, 29 yards. And then, of course, it looked like we had a touchdown pass here that was taken away due to holding. So it's very important they come back here and gather their thoughts and get focused. It's still 2nd down right now and about 8 yards to go to pick up a 1st down. They've got to get the ball in the end zone.
Okay, Morales and Wellen in the backfield. Quinn in the slot. Escalante far out here to the left side. There's working from the far side hash marks.
Pass play to our slot.
There's pass play, and there it is, and we got another flag come flying. Let's see who was out there on the reception.
That was Seawald again.
Okay, in the end zone. He had his hands on it, but couldn't pull it in. And that's going to be defensive pass interference. And that's going to be about the 2-yard line. They're going to set that ball down right at the 2 or 1 yard line. That gets closer and closer to that orange line.
Yeah, what Brush has got to do now is just run an off-tackle play. They've been very successful on 46 and 47 where they run the ball with Nick Wellen off-tackle. Just run the ball, off-tackle, get in the end zone.
They're done right.
My guess will be to the near side of the field here where Seawald's lined up at.
Okay, hand off to Wellen. He drops it,
And he fumbles it.
And Blue Devils have it. Oh, the Diggers can't come up with anything positive on their side. That just a bad handoff. And, it was low, kind of caught Wellen in the knee, it looked like.
There's so many things that were involved in that, Rob. You had offensive linemen not getting down there and making their blocks. They had penetration. He gets the ball. He gets hit right away and fumbles it. So it's a turnover right now. 9 minutes and 9 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. Fort Lupton's got the ball on their own goal line, right about the goal line, isn't it? 5 yard line. Actually, the 5 yard line. 5 yard line.
It was a big loss even if the Beat Diggers recovered it. And there's a little screen to the near side, nothing doing there, but a lot of missed tackles, and finally the ooh was for the hard hit by Chase Barnett. And that receivers, that wasn't any fun for him.
No, picks up about 3 yards in that screenplay. A lot of ground to cover there, a lot of area, and a lot of running for just a short amount of yards. 8:55 to go. You're listening to 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Ron Elbow along with Rob Hastings from Fort Lupton High School, where the Blue Devils are taking on the Brush Beat Diggers tonight. Opening game in conference play from the Patriot League East side. Brush right now just battling with Fort Lupton, needing to get a win. Both teams wanting to get in the win column in league play. Brush definitely looking for their first win in league play for tonight.
Okay.
Things have not been very easy for them tonight, Rob. They've had many opportunities taken away.
Running guys in and out. Aaron Taylor coming in out here to outside linebacker on the near side. Castillo back to pass. Right out. Oh, overthrew his receiver, which is good. That was Luke Herron coming off the left side. Yadier Castillo, the quarterback. Senior at 5'11", 165.
Rush just mixing in some players that are trying to get some more of a pass rush on the quarterback here and not let him be able to sit back there and complete those passes, so they've got to get pressure on him.
That Salazar out here is one of the safeties. Zach Gonzalez, one of the corners over here to the near side. They're looking, throwing it up far to the far side. Guys, little bumping going on there, but good coverage there by Hunter Dunn. And I think to that far side was Malanga.
Malanga, yep. I don't
I
understand.
can't see the number, but I think it's about his size.
I don't understand defensively. Salazar's our free safety. He's over here, and there's no threats for him, but yet we throw the ball deep on the far side. I don't understand the whole alignment here, but you would think we need to have him shuffle over more and be over the top of that deep receiver. Maybe he would have had a chance to pick that off.
Yeah, it was. Okay, it's fourth down. Blue Devils going to kick it out of the end zone. A little kind of a soccer kick, and Hunter Dunn's not going anywhere near. It's going to kick out to about the 42-yard line. Beater's going to have good field position, and it's got 8:22 to go. Okay. Beaters down by 1. 7-6 lead for the Blue Devils. Then how about Bank of Colorado? The only bank dedicated to help you make the most of living here. They're not just a bank in Colorado, they're Bank of Colorado. Proud supporter of local sports and academics, and they support the local community. If you need a loan, that's a great place to go. Okay, Hunter Dunn to the near side. Queen in the slot near side. Beat Diggers starting at the Blue Devils 42. And there's handoff to Morales off the right side. He breaks tackles, breaks free, and he's gone down to about the 22-yard line. How about that, an 18-yard run? That's the way you draw it up, Coach.
Do what's been working for him so far. They've had great drives they put together. They've ran the ball. They've controlled the line of scrimmage, but turnovers have killed their scoring opportunities right now.
Okay, Edgar Escalante to the far side. Beaters move to the far side hash mark. headed to our left, going east. And underneath handoff right up the middle as well, and he's dragging people with him. He'll be hit short of the 10-yard line. Let's make it the 14. Another great run, 9 yards there by Welland. Beatigers moved him out of the left side that time. And Salazar in with the play. Alejandro parks out to signal. Send Salazar to the left, Queen far to the right. Beatigers is right in the middle of the field. Tight end to the right. Hand off to Welland. He runs right into tacklers, but he's going to be close. He'll have first down. Right, just short of the 10-yard line. Beatigers can pick up a first down inside the 1. And it's time to break that jinx on the red zone here. One of the linemen ran off hobbling, so there's a new lineman in there to try to pick that up. Okay, set to go. Got a handoff to Morales to the right side. He drives forward inside the 5. And he's hit down by a host of Blue Devils. They're going to mark it right at the 5. Second and 4. That's a long 4 for the Beatigers. Queen to the near side. Down to the far side. Oh, that's Welland right up the middle. That could be the first down there, Ron.
It looks as though they're just outside the goal line, so right about the 1-yard line.
Yep. They're signaling first down, Beatigers. And they've only got, hope they don't foul this one up. They've only got about a yard to go. A short
the
yard
situation
at that.
before on the other end of the field. So hopefully you put it together and get in the end zone.
Too, with the fumble on the last drive. Salazar to the right, Queen to the left. And right up the middle. Touchdown, Beatigers. I can't see the running back in there, but it's got to be Welland.
That was Welland.
And we'll give him the second short carry for a touchdown for the Beatigers. Beatigers take the lead 12-7. And I think they'll go for 2 this time. Set the ball at the 3-yard line for the 2-point conversion. Clock at 5:51. It's been a long time since we had a score. Okay. Queen far to the near side. Hunter Dunn to the left side. Welland. No, pass to Dunn. And he's going to be hitting the end zone, but the pass was behind him a little high. So the score's going to remain 12-7. Now the dangerous Blue Devil passing game is going to scary. We'll be back in a moment on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Okay, welcome back. Hunter Duran to kick it away. 5:51 on the clock. Beatigers up 12-7. And just a short little kick. And it's fumbled. Beatigers are right there, but I think a Blue Devil jumped on it. As
the Beat Digger bench is going crazy. Coach Schwentz
did they get it?
Saying that they've got the ball. We'll wait to see what the referees sorted out over there.
Okay. I seen it looked like the ball might have squirted away from Beat Digger that was on the ball. I couldn't tell. That might have been Salazar. I seen a 1 on the number, but I couldn't see the other one. But no matter that, Beat Digger's ball. How about that? Let's place it down at the 24-yard line. Now the Beat Diggers turn for a turnover. short kickoff was a big break for the Beat Diggers. And handoff right up the middle. Wellen drives forward, and he's down to the 20-yard line. That hurt that tackler. He was a little slow to get up. I think it was 33, Eric Herron on the tackle. Wellen gets those knees driving, and that's got to be hard to tackle him.
Yeah, he's a load. He's a tough, strong kid, runs real physical. Clock running at 5 minutes and 18 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. Ron Albo along with Rob Hastings from Fort Lupton High School.
Okay, Morales to the near side, and that tackler got slow to get up too. That's number 50, A.J. Garcia. Nice hard run by Morales, and about 4.5 yards. Brings up third, and let's call it 2 or a long one. Salazar will go wide to the right. He brought the play in. Quinn will be in the near side. He appears at the near side hash. Alejandro's going to hand it off, and falling down was Wellen. I'm not sure his feet just went out from under him.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there. He just kind of lost his footing and hit the ground. Loss of about 3 yards in that play.
Spun out or what? That brings fourth down and almost 4 yards to go. And they set it at the 17-yard line. Hunter Dunn in with the play. Clock down to 4:03 in counting. Beat Diggers really could use a first down here. Critical play again. Queen in motion, handoff to Wellen. He breaks free. He's going to have not quite a touchdown, but he's going to be into the 5-yard line. And there was a great hole there, Ron.
Nice big hole. Ran an inside trap, a 30 trap. Got to the linebackers. The guard cleared that hole on that area out there, and Wellen had a big place to run.
First and goal for the Beat Diggers. Ball nose of the ball right on the 5-yard line. Escalante brings the play in. He didn't say much. They come right up to the line of scrimmage. Escalante way to the right. Beat Diggers close to the near side.
Fort Lupton's going to call a timeout.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to call timeout. Now they got a little confusion with the coaches, but anyway, it's a timeout. 3:26 left in the ball game. Beat Diggers up 12-7. We'll be back in 30 seconds on 1010 KSIR, KSIR.com, and this is 1010 KSIR, Brush, Fort Morgan. Okay, Beat Diggers set to go at the 5-yard line. First and goal. Alejandro under center. Hands it to Morales. Kind of a little counter play. Across the backs, and they might have gained nothing.
Yeah, I
so
think
no gain for Morales.
No gain on that one. Brings up second down and goal again.
Kind of a little crossbuck play, whatever we used to call back in the olden days. So it'll be second down and 5 for the Beat Diggers. They need to take time off the clock, too. Going in the slot to the near side. Hunter Dunn far to the right. And a pitch to Morales. He breaks a tackle, runs into the end zone. How about that? 5 yards for Morales. Oh, boy. He got hit right in the face just as the lateral or pitch came to him. Somehow he managed to hang on to it. The tackler bounced off, and he ran into the end zone. That was the best play of the night for Morales. That had disaster all over it.
Yes, it sure did. It was a quick pitch, a 59. That outside linebacker was right there, made contact with him, but he was able to keep his feet moving, got himself in the end zone. Extra points up, and it's no good. It's blocked.
No, it is good.
That did not.
That thing barely made it over the. Did they tip that a little bit? I was writing down Morales here for the 5-yard run, and they said it was a score. Now they're all talking about it there.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure because that, from our vantage point, when I looked over there, it looked like that ball was tipped and it was off to the left side of the goalpost, but it must have squeaked in there somehow. It sure didn't look like it.
I seen it just as it went over the goal. The official's still talking, but they signaled it, and we got 19 points on the board. 19's a lucky number for the Beat Diggers. Beat Diggers 19-7 after that extra point. I'm starting to shiver. That cold front must be hitting. They're talking about a high of 55 or something tomorrow. Okay, Eric Duran set to kick it away. And the receiver's set up to 20. He's going to kick it off to the right side and catching the 20 on the far side. Not much there, and there's a host of Beat Diggers. And there might be a 5-yard run back out of that. And that was 17 on the. That's Sean Heron. He's a junior, 5'8". Free safety cornerback on that kickoff return. Nice high end over end kick by Duran. Okay, 2:37 left. Beat Diggers up by 12.
Look for the Fort Lupton air raid here to start taking effect here.
Yeah, Castillo's got a great arm. Yadier Castillo, he's looking to the near side. Little comeback route and just a little short. And that looks like Hayden Fells on the reception end, but he had a nice comeback route, but just about a half step short.
Yep. Well, Fort Lupton likes to air the ball out right now, and that's good. But the problem with it for them is that every time they have an incomplete pass that stops the clock, keeps that time on the clock, that when Brush gets the ball back again, they'll have that clock to take control of. And
well, the next one will be a long one.
Yeah.
That's kind of it. They kind of either go long, then short, or short, then long.
Long to the inside receiver.
Castillo. Oh, intercepted.
Off.
Queen's got it. He's going to go all the way. Grabs it about the 22-yard line.
22-yard line, took it in the end zone for a touchdown.
How about that? He jumped up, grabbed it out of the air. And this score isn't going to say how close this game was. Oh, man. Nice job there by Queen. 25 Beat Diggers now. And that is what you call a short drive, huh? 2:26 on the clock. I'm having trouble writing, Ron. Shivering here. Beat Digger set for another extra point try. Eric Duran with his neck. Oh, blocked. He kicked it about 6 feet high. Uh-oh. I think we got a late hit. One of the Beat Diggers went flying. And dead ball foul against Fort Lupton. That was Hayden Falls with a late hit. Knocked one of the Beat Diggers stem winding. But a dead ball foul, I think the kick's still not going to count.
Yep.
So it'll remain 25-7 for the Beat Diggers. How about that? Big Luke Queen with the interception.
Well, the big turn of events was all after that kickoff recovery. After Brush had scored, they recovered the ball, and things just went all Brush's way at that point.
And I said Luke, I meant Jade.
Jade, yeah. Jade Queen.
Luke was his brother. The dad, a former Beat Digger also. Okay, here we got 2:26 left to go. The Beat Diggers will kick it away from the Blue Devils' 45-yard line after that 15-yard penalty on the kickoff. Duran set to kick it away. Beat Diggers all down on their hands and knees. Now they're ready, and kick is going to go into the end zone. Nice job by Duran. He punched it right down the middle that time. So, with 2:26 left to go, 25-7 Beat Diggers. They're set to get their second victory of the year, and this is a huge one in league play. Beat Diggers still making a lot of mistakes, but still playing hard. So really taking advantage of Fort Lupton here late in the game. So. Okay, we got Jackson Dunker. He's a cornerback to the far side. And there's a keeper by Castilla. He tries to kind of sidestep the tackler and almost lost the ball. He was kind of jiggling and juggling there. He managed to hang on to it and gain about 4 yards. Just down there at the 24, just short of the 25. Now Castillo looking for a keeper. Oh, now it's going to be a touchdown for Fort Lupton, number 3 with a catch. Nobody's going to catch him. Everybody's sucked up on the quarterback, and that's a touchdown pass. What's that? About 78 yards.
From the 25-yard line, 75-yard touchdown pass and catch for Fort Lupton with 1:46 to go in the third quarter.
Makes it 13-25. Mistakes again by the Beat Diggers on coverage. They're sucking up on the run and not staying back. You'd think all the safeties would be back about 20 yards at this time of the game. But Fort Lupton's setting up the 2-point conversion. They got 4 wideouts, 1 running back. Castilla's got a keeper. He's coming to the near side. Now he just pitches it over the top of the head of the only defender on this side. Hung out to dry was Zach Gonzalez. So he had
it's a run pass option right there.
Yeah, the nice play by Fort Lupton.
Yep.
So that makes it 25-15, and we still got 1:46 to go. Suppose we'll get an onside kick here.
I would say it's a good guess it's going to happen.
We haven't seen one of those for a while.
Nope.
Not this year anyway. Okay, only 1:46 left. It's been a wild ride here. Don't forget tomorrow night, John Beltran will be on the air on our sister station, B106, with the Fort Morgan Mustangs. Okay, how about Cargill Meat Solution? Cargill works with the community to make sure there are jobs for the members of the communities they're in. That's Cargill Meat Solutions. Okay, Beat Diggers kind of adjusting the front line here. Got all but 2 players within about 12 yards of the 50. Not sure. Now we finally get the kicker's head in the air. He slowly walks up to it, kicks it away, and it's going to go into the end zone, rolling through. And let's see, that was 87 down there. Caden Moriarty, as he was on the kick return team. First time we call his name tonight. And he did a good job of letting it go. The Beat Diggers will take over at their 20. 1:46 on the clock still.
All Brush has got to do is pick up 1 first down. They'll be able to secure their first win since the opening game this year. So, but more importantly, first win in conference play.
What are they going to run this time? Down to the near side,
46.
Queen to the far. Up. Well, and right up the middle, he was going to have a first down. He did it too quick, huh?
Inside trap.
There you go. He's got out across the 30 to the 31. Timeout, Fort Lupton. Well, Ron, been a wild game.
Been a wild game, exactly. I mean, and we knew coming into this it was going to be that type of situation. Both teams are hungering for a win, so Fort Lupton's not afraid to pull out any different kind of tricks that they could. Brush had to make sure they answered those. I mean, Brush did a great job of controlling the line of scrimmage and putting together long drives, but early in the game they weren't able to convert those drives into scores. Or this would have been this wouldn't probably be a situation we'd be dealing with a close game at this point. It probably would have been more closer to a blowout. I think Brush should have another two more scores on top of that.
Okay, this Brush timeout was brought to you by State Farm Insurance. Like a good neighbor, Greg Mull and his team are there to make the insurance world easy for you. Call them at 842-4555. That's Greg Mull at State Farm Insurance in downtown Brush. Okay, 140 left, only 3 seconds on that play. Okay, that's just, how'd that happen? On a running play. Okay, under center, and Alejandro hands it off, running to the right side as well, and he's got a 1st and 10 Diggers. He's out to about the 45-yard line.
That should just about wrap it up for the Beat Diggers.
Is that one of those trap plays?
Inside trap, a 30 trap.
Somebody turned the air conditioner on here.
Unless the clock should be running out. Minute 26 to go in the fourth quarter. Ron Albo along with Rob Hastings from Fort Lupton High School.
Okay, now they're going to get in the victory formation here. Welland's kind of telling everybody where to go, but Queen is a safety. Alejandro waiting for the referee to start counting down. 5 seconds left to go. Clock's inside of 55 seconds and counting. Now Alejandro will drop down. And the clock winding here inside of 50 seconds to go. Beat Diggers 2nd and 10, so that's pretty much the ball game. One more kneel down, and we'll get set here again in the victory formation. Clock inside of 30 seconds. Alejandro under center, waiting for the official.
I want to thank everybody for coming out tonight.
And he kneels down, and everybody's walking off the field. It's going to be a victory for the Beat Diggers. How about that?
Excellent job. Be excited to talk to Coach Schwint after the game here, as Brush will come away with their first league play victory and the first victory since the opening game of the year, beating Fort Lupton by a score of 25-15. We'll take a break here and come back and talk to Coach Schwint, probably about a 2 or 3 minute break, and come back and talk to Coach Schwint.
Okay, stay tuned. 1010 KSIR, KSIR.com. Okay, welcome back to Fort Lupton. Yeah, wild game, 25-15 ending, and I think we went late into the fourth quarter before it was still 7-6.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, and like we talked about, this was coming into this game with it being the first conference game for both teams. Brush looking for a chance to get back on the winning side, and what a great way to start off conference play right off the bat with a win over Fort Lupton on the road. Anytime you can get a win, obviously anytime you can get a win on the road is big. Brush had a lot of things. Early in the game, you saw they wanted to run the ball, and they controlled the line of scrimmage. They were able to run the ball, put together some long drives, but early in the game, they didn't convert on those drives. They had an 80-yard drive that resulted in no score. They also had an interception on one of their other drives, and so, things weren't looking very good, and you just kind of wonder, are they going to continue to try to throw the ball, or why don't they just stay with what's worked best for them, and that's running. I know when you get down to the 1-yard line, you got to be able to punch it in the end zone, and getting down there and getting stopped at the 1-yard line, and kind of took a little bit of the wind out of the sails for the Brush Beat Diggers. But, they responded very well. They came back, and they continued just to grind away, and the second half, they got the ball in the second half, took that ball all the way down the field, and they scored. And what I think the turning point in the game was, after they scored in the third quarter, they went ahead and kicked off, and there was a fumbled play. I don't know if it was meant to be an onside kick or whatever. I couldn't quite figure that out, but getting the turnover on that kickoff in the third quarter pretty much just changed the flow of the game from that point on and gave them momentum to Brush. And so that's exactly what this is not an easy game by no means. There was a lot of battling back and forth. Fort Lupton's a good football team. They show that they can throw the ball very well, and that put a lot of pressure on our defense throughout the entire game. And so we didn't have an answer for that. Early in the first half, there was no answer for being able to our pass defense is something that's suspect, and we've got to continue to work on that, but we've got to work on it when we're getting pressure on the quarterback also. We're waiting to see if Coach Schwint's going to make his way back up here. I don't see him working his way back. I see him on the far end of the field walking away, maybe getting ready to go and load the bus. But
I'm going to turn my flashers on him.
See if we can get him up here to
get his attention down there.
Get him on the radio. I'm not quite sure he's going to come, but Brush coming away with a win, 25-15 in Fort Lupton. Looking forward to next week's game, but other than that,
I guess he can't see us.
Yeah,
up here.
We're not going to worry about that. We'll just get it wrapped up here. We'll talk to him. We'll talk to him hopefully next week when we get a chance to get him back on the air again. Other than that, a lot of good things to look forward to. Getting that first win in the conference is really important. So let's just hopefully they can, continue to build upon that. They also were able to get back a couple of players. Michael Nichols came back to play tonight. Michael Nichols had a big impact. Like you could tell, he was excited to be back on the field again, and he had some impact on the defense. And but it's still an area where they've got to work on getting pressure on the quarterback. And so I know that's what they're going to do when they go back to the drawing board again this week. They're going to watch film. I know they're going to have tomorrow night off, so they're going to be going and scouting Valley and Sterling, which will be our next two opponents coming up the next 2 weeks. So that's a good thing for the coaches to be able to go take a look at those guys and see if they can, what those teams consist of and how they can prepare for those teams when we meet up against them.
The Beat Diggers will get an extra day of practice this Thursday night game, and try to catch Coach Swintz. He's wandering down there. I think it's getting late, and the kids got to get out of here, and Coach has got to go with them. So, anyway, Beat Diggers, the most important thing is they win 25-15. It wasn't pretty by any means, and the young guys are still making mistakes, but they're playing hard, and I think a lot of it is just football knowledge. They're just not quite sure what they're doing at times, and that isn't all that easy. It's easy to talk about, but it's a whole lot harder to do.
Yeah, it's just the inexperience playing younger guys at the varsity level. Every single game that they play, the time that they spend on this field, the time they get in practice, it's going to pay off with them. So as the year goes on, you're going to see, and I have seen the progression. You've seen how these guys have started to mature. They're still making some mistakes, but you can see a lot of growth in these guys. So we look forward to that the rest of the year.
It's going to be a lot of fun. So with that, we got a big interception by Jade Queen, 2 touchdowns by Nick Wellen, and that just a lot of fun. And then that great run and catch by Morales. I call it a catch because that pitch, he was blasted and caught it and run in from a 5-yard line. So, and then we got 1 extra point in there by 2 extra points by the new kicker. So nice job, Eric Duran, and they got a turnover off the kickoff that looked a little short, and so they took advantage of some of the stuff that mistakes by Fort Lupton. So that kind of wraps it up, Ron. We're going to get out of here, but 25-15, Beat Diggers over the Blue Devils. Thanks for tuning in, and thanks to all our great sponsors, Rose back at headquarters, and everybody with all of KSIR. We just really enjoy doing this, and we're having a ball, and the kids it's always great to be around young kids that are working hard and playing hard.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Well, 25-15, Beat Diggers win. We'll be back next Friday night, 7 o'clock at the Digger Dome, or Beat Digger Field.
Stadium. Yep.
And I don't want to forget Frank Mercer. Mercer press box. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's getting a little shaky, but remember Frank. Okay, thanks again for listening in. 25-15, Beat Diggers with the win. We'll see you next Friday night on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com.